God, is it actually sunny now?
Yeah. Yeah. See you later.
Yeah. So, the first week after like the lockdown was announced, I found it an absolute nightmare just because I'm so used to just rushing around like a maniac doing one thing or another all the time. But after a week went by, I started thinking to myself, I could get used to this, you know. Like I could be, you know, put it this way, if the band ever got to a position where like they didn't need to work anymore or anything like that, I don't think I'd suffer. I'd be alright, I think. But what have I been up to? Really, doing a lot of drinking. Really, just because, you know, can't go out anywhere to restaurants or pubs or anything like that. So I've been having a drink at home a lot, and writing music, which has been, you know, something that I would have found extremely difficult to carve the time out for had we not been forced into this position. So yeah, just drinking and writing music, really. So I was out with a friend a couple of days ago, just in the town where I live in Hertford, and where not all the shops are open yet, there's only a few open, and we found this shop that had always been there, but we just never knew about it. Anyway, cut long story short, they've got an amazing record section, and there's everything you could ever dream of in there. And I was in there the other day, and I bought a few Dire Straits records because I love Mark Knopfler. I've been listening to a lot of house music recently, but in terms of inspiration, like for the new stuff, the Rifles have been massive. They've had a big influence on on these new songs for the second album. You know, like there's a few that have like got the same kind of like vibe and probably a very similar strum pattern and that. But I'm really into the Rifles at the moment. You know, I went to see them at the 100 Club, funny enough. What am I most proud of? It's got to be, because the idea, when I decided that I wanted to like be a songwriter, the idea and the motivation behind it was to try and give other people what certain songs have given me in terms of how they make me feel and all of that. So although it might not be one like is my particular favourite, but the one that in terms of being proud, it's going to have to be Hurricane, because we kind of went from this little local band to just people from all over the world, you know, like messaging and saying what a great song it is and what positive impacts it's had on their life, you know. So if I'm going to pick one, it's going to have to be either Hurricane. Its release date is, it's not something we can even try and predict at the moment, just because of the current situation. We can't even get in and rehearse the new songs, so we couldn't even tell you when the first single is going to be coming out. But it will more than likely be crowdfunded, yeah, because it was a very successful campaign last time. Obviously, we got what we wanted. The fans got what they wanted. And I'm sure second time round, because we would have done it before, we know what to kind of like do and expect from it. Perks will be better, and yeah, it's a win-win all round, I think, crowdfunding, because the fans are just buying the album early, but they get some kind of like perk linked to the band, you know what I mean? And obviously we, you know, the four of us haven't got the initial outlay that comes with making a record, so I think, yeah, definitely will be crowdfunded. So there's a song called The Girl in the Yellow Jackie Dress. For those who don't know, a Jackie dress is a 60s style dress for women, obviously. And it's just about, it is about someone, I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah, it's about someone. So there's that, there's a song called Changes, which was inspired by an old, you'd think it'd be Bowie, wouldn't you? But it's actually not. An old house track, which is a tune that reminds me and an old friend of mine of a certain point of our life. So it's just inspired by that, really. What else have we got on there? Broken by Design is another new one, which, when I wrote For Those Who Know off of 636, I thought, blimey, I've really pulled it out of the bag with the lyrics there. And I didn't think I'd ever really get close to it, but I think the lyrics to Broken by Design are really the best I've got to offer. So there's a few. There's a few other ones on there as well, which I'll kind of let you get the meaning when you eventually hear the song. Yeah, I don't see why not. It's only June now, and you know, when I look around and I'm out and about, everything seems pretty much back to normal, apart from supermarket queues. Do you know what I mean? So I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get into a recording studio to do at the very least one song. So I'm going to say, yeah, definitely. I'd be really disappointed if we didn't get any new music out before the end of the year. Yes, the new date is Saturday the 15th of May 2021. We were trying for the original date, the 12th of September, to try. We've got a couple of support bands that we would like to come and play with us, and there was one that I think is their drummer was kind of umming and ahhing about it because he had something on with another band he was in. But with the rescheduled date, we've managed to get them. They're the Mike Lenson band, which I strongly encourage you to go and check out. They're like a funk band. Mike at the front of the band is an old mate of mine, one of the first mates of mine, first people I met when I started playing music. So he's an old friend, and he's cool, mod, brilliant songwriter, and he's got a great voice as well. So there's that, and we're still waiting on another, waiting to get confirmation for one more. So as gutted as we are to have to move the gig, we've been able to get confirmation from the Mike Lenson band that they'll be joining us, which is a small mercy. So we've got both of the Stone Valleys actually, Stone Valley North, Stone Valley South, which is amazing. Like the lineups for those festivals it's an absolute pleasure to be a part of. So we can't wait for both of them. I only found out how far away Stone Valley North is from us last night. It's in Durham. But not that really matters, you know what I mean? I just didn't think it would be so far up north. But we can't wait for both of them. We had down the Water Festival, our Scottish fans will crucify me for pronouncing it in my accent, because it's spelt the way the Scots pronounce it. But that we were due to be playing there this year, and it obviously got cancelled. So I'd like to think we'd be back on next year's bill. Nothing's confirmed, hasn't even been spoken about with the organisers, but I'd love to think we'd be invited back. So we've got the 100 Club, the 2 Stone Valleys, and hopefully we'll be back in Dunoon. That's it, I think. Yeah, I think that's it for the moment. Yeah, the fan club was something we were gonna kind of wait. I don't really know what we were waiting for, but we were gonna wait before we launched that. But once the lockdown came and everything comes to a grinding halt, it was kind of out of necessity. Do you know what I mean? Because we didn't really have anything. We couldn't meet up for a rehearsal. We couldn't plan anything. So we thought, well, we might as well do that. And one of the best things. One of the best things we've ever done. Basically, how it works is fans can subscribe for £4 a month, which obviously all of that helps us grow our band, and all the perks for the fan club are signed lyric sheets by myself of a song of your choice, monthly video chats. We only had one last night. They're always They're always a great laugh. Christmas drinks with a band at the end of the year, a London location, free t-shirt, got a sticker plectrum pack. There's numerous, there's such a long list, I could always have trouble remembering them all, but yeah, it's been great for the band. I think it's been great for the fans because somebody commented in the fan club that it feels like, this is only like a couple of days ago, that it feels like family, which is it's brilliant for us to think that we've created something that people feel that way about, you know. So join the fan club. Well, here you are. This is basically the old shed at Jamie's, which has been in the making for quite a while, and spoke about doing it for even longer. But as you can see, it's amazing. It's going to do wonders for the band because obviously where we've all kind of like got day jobs and that, we're all trying to like schedule our rehearsals around life, you know, but and also the studio's availability. But having this, it's like we could come in here at any time. All the soundproofing's brilliant, so like no noise can get out. And I think it's going to really show. I think in maybe a year or two, you'll begin to see the difference that it's going to make in our music. Just because we've got the time to go into great detail with it, you know. We haven't got to be hurried out because there's another band booked in or anything like that, you know. So that's brilliant, and the floor's good as well. What do I love most about it? I'm gonna have to go with the clothes, mate. It caught my eye. Like I said on one of the video chats in the fan club the other week, someone asked a very, very similar question. It's the clothes. I was kind of dressing in that way long before I ever knew anything about. I mean, obviously I'd heard of the mod scene and all of that, but I didn't have a clue about it. I don't come from a mod family. My friends weren't really into it. It was just I see certain musicians and certain people on telly and that dressing in this way, and it really caught my eye, and that's when I started like going down the rabbit hole with it. So I'm gonna have to say the clothes. Yeah, I love it. Oh, that's such a hard question. We could be here a long time. I think, now a lot of people are probably going to expect me to say this, but it is a genuine answer. I think Paul Weller would be definitely be up there because he's the true definition of a modernist. Do you know what I mean? He never stands still, and he's always trying to push himself to be current. So I think Weller would definitely, and I'd learn a lot from him as well, without a doubt, because he's such an outstanding musician. So I think Paul Weller would be one. I would like to work with. I can't pick out which one, but I'd like to work with a DJ who could like mash up one of our tunes into like a remix. I think that would be pretty cool. I'd love to do something with the DMAs, who are, in my opinion, the best current band around at the moment. But the list is endless, and trying to actually answer this question specifically is almost impossible. So I'm gonna pick Weller, just because I think I'd learn the most from him. For the simple fact it was the album that pushed me into playing music, I'm gonna have to go with Definitely Maybe. Sound Effects by The Jam, Revolver by the Beatles, the first Stone Roses album, just for the influence that it had at the time. Never mind the bollocks. I'm a Spurs fan. Local boy from Enfield, most people are. So, yeah. Well, at the time, it was Teddy Sheringham, for the simple fact he was the best Tottenham player we had in the 90s up until when he left. But now looking back, without a shadow of a doubt, it's Paul Gascoigne. It's got to be stone cold, isn't it? It's got to be. He's. We've all got a mate from the pub like Stone Cold. I think. Well, I have anyway. I've got a few of them. Without a shadow of a doubt, Fred Perry. They've got a brilliant range. I'm not sure whether they still do it, Ben Sherman, actually, called Plectrum, which is all like the floral shirts and that, and they're all a really good fit. But generally, like all round things, you know, footwear and t-shirts and jackets and that. Fred Perry, without a doubt. Oh, Fury, like without a shadow of a doubt. I think Fury would eat him for breakfast. Oh God, you got me there bad. See, Madness were always one of those bands that when you're a kid, they're just there, aren't they? They're on the radio, and you remember it. I personally kind of knew Madness's tunes before I knew it was Madness, but so there's that nostalgia with it. From when I was a kid, of it just being on the radio, always at family parties and that. But I think, I'm gonna say the specials because the songs on that first album, I really, really love them. It's hard, but I'm gonna say the specials. Fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, I'd marry Jamie just because I'll fucking be lost without him at the moment for technical stuff to do with the laptop. Like, I'm quite a technophobe. So, I'd have to marry Jamie. I'd probably fucking, don't know, has Andy got a lip piercing? Fucking don't know. I'd probably snog Keno because I'm into blondes.
Shag, marry, avoid.
Oh fuck, shag. Shag! Oh fucking hell, isn't it? Yeah, I'd shag Keno because I'm into blondes. And yeah, I'd give Andy a wide berth.
Quality, mate.
Yeah, that was funny, man.